My favorite uncle was a Jesuit, and he would come and visit, and just to see how he lived his life with joy, that was always inspiring to me.
For grade school, I went to St. Aloysius Academy outside of Philadelphia, and I was taught by the Sisters Servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, the IHMs, the Mighty Macs. Looking back on it now, quite a few years later, I could definitely see their witness as a seed of my vocation.
So I went to public school, K through 12. When it came time to apply for college, I wasn't necessarily looking to pick a Catholic school. That it was Jesuit meant nothing to me, but got to know a couple of Jesuits on campus, had a couple of Jesuits in class, and was really impressed by their humanity, their honesty.
I went to Loyola University in Maryland for college. What struck me there was going to Mass with my friends. I'd always gone with my parents, but now faith was becoming my own.
I had an inkling to want to be a Jesuit after a speech by a Jesuit at my college.
The first was a Jesuit who lived in the dorm with me when I was an RA, taking care of freshmen when I was an upperclassman. And I would go to him to vent or to ask for some advice. He pointed out, that desire to care for others is something that's really important for Jesuits.
The three things that really attracted me were the commitment to social justice, the commitment to an academic integrity, and a deep spirituality.
One thing led to another, and I wound up here.
Prayer is really just real talk with Jesus. He kind of lifts me up when I might be feeling down, and then Jesus kind of brings me down a little bit when I'm high, saying, Vinny, you also need to work on these things as well. When
I was a kid, my mom would say, what do you want to ask God for this week? And what do you want to thank God for this week? When I'm at my most tired and it's like I don't have time for prayer, I kind of think of those two things.
Look back on what have you done? Did you feel alive there? Did you enjoy it? Were you any good at it? If the answer to those questions is yes, that's probably something God is calling you to do.
When I asked the question like, okay, God, what are you doing in my life? And what are you inviting me to do in the world? And how are you inviting me to serve you and your people? With what gifts are you asking me to bring to the table and to serve you and your people? I look at my desires, which is pretty great, right? So God's asking us to do the things that we most want to do.
The whole question of the incarnation is God's desire to be part of our mucky, murky human experience.
I think the ultimate goal of our prayer, of Ignatian prayer, is freedom to move, freedom to work, freedom to live, to love, to serve.
The better I can understand the gifts you give me, Lord, the better I can use those gifts to serve the world.